Well, hello there trainers, greetings, KuroBlitz here and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I hope your summer has been going well. Mine has been splendid, which is why I'm not, very much around these days. But I want to bring, some amazing news and some amazing content as well, because this channel is going to suffer a major change in rebranding, either in the worlds of, 2023 with the reveal of the DLC release dates, or maybe by the end of the summer, but Season 3 will end abruptly by the middle of this year, and I just want to let you know all of that. So, without continuing on, I would like to tackle a video idea that I had for a while when it comes to Pokemon fanfictions, rewrites, what ifs, etc, etc. Not to continue any story, not to introduce any story, but yes to tell you how these are done. At least in my perspective, there is no recipe for success, there is no method to this madness, there is just, people having a passion to writing about Pokemon, and there are some formats that I would like to share with you, especially when it comes to, series that tackle the World Tour aspect, like how Pokemon Journeys and Pokemon Horizons are tackling right now. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is KuroBlitz, and this is how story arcs should be done in terms of Pokemon anime stories. Without further ado, let's get this started. I'm going to introduce this in batches of 3, so the first thing I want to introduce is the Best Wishes format. Best Wishes as a series, it gets a lot of flack, unwarranted by the way, but their pacing is immaculate. They tackled one show in 84 episodes and the other one in 58. It's not a middle fragment, but I do like this approach. If Journeys was tackled like Best Wishes was, I have no doubts that Season 1 would be a Pokemon Go focus and Season 2 would be a Pokemon Sword and Shield focus. Let's look at this example. We have 6 episodes for each region, 6 for Galar and 6 for the others, having a batch of 12 episodes. If you repeat this 7 times for, Kanto to Alola, you would have 84 episodes total. If you want, you can do from Kanto to Alola or Alola from Kanto. You can decide your order. When it comes to me, I want to, go more freestyle with it and tackle the regions by the games that they were, introduced as of lately. Johto, Unova, Kalos, Hoenn, Alola, Kanto, and then, Sinnoh because of the remakes. Ending Season 1 with a story about, the Sinnoh remakes. The Meloetta arc would be the 12 episodes for the Isle of Armor. The Unova League would be the 12 episodes for the Crown Tundra, and then you have the 108. As for the Darkest Day arc, that would be the Team Plasma situation with episode N, and the World Tournament would be like how Galar Islands was. I feel like this is a good compromise. As for the 11 extra episodes, because Journeys had 136, the 4 E-Trans specials, and the 11 of Messace, it had 151 episodes. That they tackled perfectly. If you want to tackle the 11 episodes of Messace with this, I recommend tackling each series from Japan. Indigo League, Orange Islands, Gold and Silver, AG, DP, the 2 of Unova, the 2 of Kalos, Alola, and Journeys. This is a good effect. Now, continuing on, I know that the length of Galar could vary with whatever rewrite you want to do. If you want to do a world tour, if you want to hub in Kanto, hub in Galar, or just be in Galar, and this is where I want to discuss it further. Now, when it comes to the length of Galar episodes, I feel like this would be, a great compromise, because the ones that you are going to see Galar in red, they are more Go focused, and the ones you are going to see in blue, they are going to be more Ash focused, because Ash goes to the cities and towns because of the gems, while Go goes to the landmarks to, talk about Pokemon, right? I feel like this would make, a lot more sense. And as you can see, you have a lot of, landmarks like the Wild Area, the Glimwood Tangle, as well as, the DLC expansions, and even Slumbering Weald for the Darkest Day. And for Ash, you have, your cities like, Winden, Spikemuth, Hammerlock, even Postwick because of the Darkest Day. In this aspect, the Darkest Day would have to, be really at the end and not in the first end of the first season, if that makes any sense. But if you see Galar in this video, in red, it's, landmarks, in blue, It's towns. That's all that I want to tackle. Now, let's show the terms of formats for this, rewrites. The first one, and probably the more interesting, it's the World Tour format, where realistically you don't have any kind of hub, but the series would have Galar as their middle point. You will always be in other regions, but you will always come back to Galar to be the middle point of each batch. You would be 4 episodes in Kanto, 8 in Galar, 4 in Kanto, and then it would be 4 in Johto, 8 in Galar, 4 in Johto once again. And this would, compromise all of the regions. You could even tackle Sinnoh twice for the remakes and for the Legends game. When it comes for the remakes, Sinnoh would be tackled between episodes 49 and 64, while the Legends plot would be tackled between episodes 81 and 96. I feel like this is a good time window, and even you can tackle Sinnoh with, Alola, if you want to, go to Alola, because you could have, Paul be one of the people that, battles Ash for the title defense of champion. You could even have Ash, remit Maylene and actually battle her. You could introduce the Sinnoh Frontier Brains. There is a lot of things that you can do with Sinnoh without even being in Sinnoh. You can even have Rinto, the Galate trainer, be a rival to Ash, like how Sawyer was in X and Y. He promoted auras with his Hoenn Pokemon, so I have no reason not to, oblige to this. You can even introduce Lucas, because they had Lyra in Diamond and Pearl. The sky's the limit with all of this. You would start in Kanto, and then you would end the journey in Kanto as well. It's a nice bookend in my opinion. But yeah, now that I've tackled, how I feel like the show could have been tackled in a seasonal format in terms of Japanese ratings, as well as, touring the world with whatever you want. Now I want to tackle the formats of, more centralized hubs. And the hubs that I have here, they are no hub at all. No, wait, that's a lie. The no hub at all was the World Tour format. You can have a hub wherever you want with this. However, this next one, it's going to be very interesting because I have a no Kanto format, a Kanto format, and a Galar format. So let's get started with this second batch of rewrites. For the no Kanto format, every time you visit Galar, you would have to visit the Galarian cities because there are 12 of them, okay? You would have 5 episodes in Galar, 5 episodes in other region. These other regions will go from Johto, that's number 2, to Alola, that's number 7. So you have 6 regions to tackle, okay? You would basically, visit every other region twice in your returns. So you would have 60 episodes for a world tour and 120 for another world tour. However, this is where things get interesting, because you don't have Kanto in this episode batches. You can introduce Silver, Giovanni's son, the rival in Johto. You can introduce you can introduce him in episode 31 to 34. You could have Eternatus for the Darkest Day in 65 to 68, right in the middle of Journeys. You can introduce Arceus in 95 to 102 for a Legends plot, so basically introducing God in episode 100 of this show. And Leon would be, the last gauntlet. You could have 4x4 specials that you could interject in these. I think would be very interesting. And you still have 15 episodes as extra. You could give 5 of each for the farewell of Chloe, Go, and even Ash. This is, extremely immaculate. So whatever floats your boat with this one, I think it would be very interesting how you could tackle this. Now for a Kanto Hub. I know that Kanto is very minuscule in terms of relevance, and the journeys didn't serve the region well because we were half of the time there, but we never really visited the region or even Vermilion City, right? This is how you fix it. You have Kanto Galar and another region always in rotation. Kanto Galar Johto, Kanto Galar Hoenn, Kanto Galar Sinnoh. Rinse, wash, repeat. Every time you are in a region, you are there for a 3-parter, basically the length of a movie. Not really, but at least 1 hour, right? So every batch would have 9 episodes. After doing this from Johto to Alola twice, you would have 108 episodes. The same episode where Ash ended, his Unova League run. And you still have a lot of episodes to tackle. the Deck Galar part and even the Team Plasma part, going back to the Best Wishes format, you can have, if you want, you can have 13 episodes for each character's finale. 13 for Chloe, 13 for Ash, 13 for Go, if you want to do Chloe's plot, then the PWC, then, you know, the Project Mew, if you want to make a Project Mew, by the way. And this could be, you know, a 3x3 format for each, to have 9 episodes, and then a 4-part special for their specific finale. You can even have the 4 specials at the very end be them against Team Rocket or something. You have a lot of potential here. One idea that I want to tackle is basically the 4 episodes for the finale of Go and Chloe. They really don't need it. You can incorporate them into Ash, and Ash basically has a total of 21 episodes for his Masters 8 finale. Because think about this for a moment. The quarterfinals, they could be 1 episode each, 4. 1 episode for Leon, and 3 for Ash and Cynthia. That's 8. 4 for Leon, that's 12. And then you have 2 breaks, introduction and conclusion, right, of the opening and closing ceremony. That's 16. You can make the Masters 8 another 4x4 parter. You could have the Masters 8 be 16 episodes. Yes, it's an episode less than the Lolo League, but this is where, you know, the other 5 episodes come into play. Those other 5 episodes could be training episodes for each member of the Journeys team, or you can incorporate, you know, here's an episode for the OS team, for AG, for DP, for BW. You can have the XY Birds be with the Alola gang. Or you can have, for example, the OS team, it's Kanto and Johto, those are 12 Pokemon. AG and DP are Hoenn and Sinnoh, those are 12 Pokemon. Unova and Kalos, it's 9 plus 3, it's another 12 Pokemon. And for the other 2, it could be the return of Pidgeot and Greninja, if you feel like it, okay? These would be very interesting ideas if, you know, the show was to be hubbed in Kanto. However, if the show was to be hubbed in Galar, the story would be very different. With the show being hubbed in Galar, it means that, you know, we would be more around, because we would visit the landmarks and not the actual cities for Go's development rather than Ash. And there are 2 ways that this could be made. We could have 6 episodes in Galar, and then we would have, you know, other regions always having, you know, 4 episodes each. It's basically a 6-4-4 format. We are in Galar, then we are, you know, Johto Hoenn. Then we are in Galar, Sinnoh Unova. Then we are in Galar, Kalos Alola, right? We would do this, and we would always have batches of 14 episodes. Every season ends at 42. But then the spice, the icing on the cake, would be a finale for Kanto in every season, okay? You repeat this 3 times, you have 3 seasons for 135 episodes. And if you want to have, you know, the 16 extras, you can have the Rainbow Rocket finale if you so desire. However, there's also another way to do this. If you don't want to have a 6-4-4, you can have a 5-5-5. And it means that the Kanto specials are incorporated not at the epilogue of Journeys, but yes, as acts between them. These are just, you know, some ideas that I had that I would like to share with you in terms of, you know, how to properly structure a World Tour series. If you don't like one region, you can discard that and even introduce Paldea or any other. This could be for Journeys, this could be for Horizons, this could be for anything really. As I've stated in another video, I don't want to talk about this show on a bad light ever again. There are some bad things, but I want to make this video with intuition and with the idea that, you know, if you want to make your own stories or whatever, this could be a nice template to follow. But it's not the only template to follow, because shows like Pokemon are not just Journeys. We had a lot of other shows. And this is how I want to end this video. How you can make your own Ash-centric story or your own protagonist-centric story if you were to, you know, do it in an actual anime broadcasting time span. This is my, you know, blueprint for you, how to make a Pokemon original story or even something with Ash, okay? This is how I want for you to, you know, get the idea across. If you want to plan it as a 3-year series, there are some things that you must do. First and foremost, Ash and Pikachu need at least 2 episodes about each other. And for Ash's Pokemon, the other 5 that he would catch for a team of 6, they at least need 3 episodes each. Capture, learning a move, and evolution. These could happen in between gyms, like I'm showing you here, or in between rival battles as well. As for gyms, you could have introduction and battle. If he loses, the introduction and the battle would have to, be in the same episode, so that a rematch will be, required. He would have at least 3 rivals, and each of these 3 rivals would need 3 episodes each. And for the rounds of the leagues, at least 8 episodes, right? 2 episodes that are 1 battle, and 4 episodes that are 2 battles, and a break, or even a rival versus rival battle. Ash alone, in a 3-year series, he requires a total of 50 episodes. Now, I have Team Rocket here for 6 episodes. It can be individual members of Team Rocket, Jesse, James, Meowth, Wobbuffet. It could be, task force of Team Rocket, like Matori, like, Butch and Cassidy, Attila and Han, etc., etc. I feel like at least their Pokemon also need development, because Jesse always has Wobbuffet. So the 2 Pokemon that go to James, they need 3 episodes each. And the same for the new one that Jesse would catch. The Team Rocket episodes could also, involve other villains, or the other villains could, be their own thing. But as for villainous plot, Rocket or not, they need 75 episodes at the very least. It's not 75, 25 to make it 75. That's it. Now, as for companions, 2. And each companion would need 5 episodes about themselves. Okay? They would need 5 episodes about themselves. They would need 2 episodes each for 3 rivals, or 3 episodes each for 2 rivals. As for the goal, they would need at least 10 episodes. And how you want to tackle it with contests or Pokeathlons or Safari Zones or whatever more, that's up to you. And because they are companions, they would not have a full team, but the Pokemons that they get, they would need at least 3, right? And 3 episodes for every one of them. Every companion at least needs 30 episodes, okay? And because there are 2 of them, they need 60. And with all of the farewells and whatever, it will be 65 episodes for the companions. And this will make the series of 3 years end at 140. 135 if you want to exclude the 5 farewells, and then you have a 45 by 3, season. Now, when it comes to a 4-year series, this is where things get different, because, as for Ash, nothing really changes. However, for Team Rocket, it can change if we include a kid there as the 4th companion, because they would at least need 10 episodes to flesh them out more. However, this means the companions, they get less episodes to, focus on them, but they get more episodes to focus on their Pokemon, because they would get, full teams, and each Pokemon would get, a total of 4 episodes each. This means that every companion would have 55 episodes, so 110, right? And then, 10 for, the kid or whatever more, right? They would get their own farewell, and instead of having 2 rivals, they would have 3. This is a situation where the companions outdo Ash because they have this extra year. And I don't have any filler for this, okay? And the companions would also thrive because, we have tournament episodes, and because there are 2 tournaments, it's basically 12 episodes. You can basically have tournaments of 3, you could have tournaments of 3 episodes, top 8, top 4 finals for the rivals. If that's to be the case, you can have 4 tournaments and have the Elite 4 be, the hosts of these tournaments, and it gives something for, Ash's companions to, do. If it's a 4-year series, I don't know if they would be, more May or Dawn focused with contests or whatever, or, more personal focus like how Iris and Silent and Clement and Serena were. That's up to you. I'm just giving you a template. However, this will be a series for 195 episodes total. it will be, you know, for 4 years. If you want to divide it in seasons, 3 seasons of 65 episodes each. Now, since I've tackled the 3-year series and the 4-year series, here's an extra one. Not year, but act. This is the 5-act series format, the final one. And this is to End of Ash. This one format to End of Ash, it would have to be for the 25 years of Pokemon. So yes, it would be another Journeys rewrite format. However, this one is different, because each act would be 27 episodes each, so you have a total of 135 episodes, and each act has 3 batches of, 9 episodes, so we would have, the 3 seasons of 45 each. And the way I'm tackling this, it's basically Ash goes to Galar, another region, etc, etc. As you can see, season 1 would be Galar, Kanto, Galar, Johto, Isle of Armor as the finale. Hoenn Galar, Sinnoh Galar, Unova for season 2. It doesn't end or, start as bombastic, but you have Sinnoh in the middle to be the bombastic remake special. And then it starts bombastic with the Crown Tundra, that being season 3. You go to Kalos for Greninja and Gudra stuff. Darkest Day before the Masters 8. Alola, a tournament to, battle Paul as the champion defense. And then you have the Masters 8, right? You could have 3 episodes for Lance, Cynthia, and Leon, or you could have 2 for Lance, 3 for Cynthia, 4 for Leon. The caveat of the story is that if it's to actually end Ash, Go, Chloe, and the Journeys team cannot be present. This would have to be a show where Ash travels alone, or maybe with Gary, like how we did in the manga of Electric Tail of Pikachu, and even how Red and Green went to, Sevi Islands in the Fire Red and Leaf Green chapters of Pokespare, Pokemon Adventures. I feel like this could be, the good way to end off Ash. It's basically, hey, you are a champion, we are going to have a tournament in the end of this season, get ready. So he would get ready. He would rotate Pokemon like how he did in MPM. He could basically get a team of Pokemon that he abandoned, like I'm showing on this card. He could battle people and get badges legitimately like the ones that he didn't. For example, Price forfeited. He demolished Watson illegally. He tied with Maylene. He never battled Marlon or Drayden. He never properly defeated Sabrina, Erika, or even Giovanni. He never battled the dude. This could be a good way to battle Giovanni and have like an Origins moment like how Red did. So you defeat Giovanni, you defeat Team Rocket, and you basically, make him see a new light. And it's a good way for, for Ash to travel the world and, be in Galar more to train Gigantamax more than anything. Be with the gym leaders to, train with them. You don't need to compete with them. You are a champion. You are already at the top. You don't need to, climb a ranking system tournament to prove your worth. You had 22 years before Journeys to prove your worth. We all know this. If anything, this could be a great opportunity for Ash to, meet and train with Elite Four members as well. But that's just my thing. So, I really wanted to share this with you guys. How to make stories. I gave you 9 solid formats for a lot of avenues. You can even port this for, just Paldea only, or even for Horizons, whatever, the sky's the limit. If you want to make a 6-year show, you can just take the templates I made and, duplicate them for 270 episodes. That's kind of like what OS was, right? Or, 302, if you want to make 151 times 2, or just 300, right, to make 150. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for the support. And have an amazing journey, trainers. KuroBlitz out.